lecturer here in AIT. And I've been working on this project for the last few months on assessment in Moodle as a replacement for traditional written assessment. So the objective is to attempt to eliminate written exams. A little bit of history. The first written assessment in this part of the world was in Cambridge, 1792, at least that's all I could find. Prior to this, board exams were the primary method of assessment. And let's move on. Central question then, can e-assessment compete with or even replace written assessment? And what are the advantages and disadvantages of e-assessment? So Moodle, using Moodle then, which is our VLE here in AIT, there's a rich set of features for creating quizzes and assessments. There's up to 20 question types. Automatic scoring of questions, with the exception, of course, of the essay question type, which is you must correct manually. In Moodle then, there are good security features. So, for example, using passwords to access assessments. Also, in a lab then, the shuffling of questions, shuffling within questions. So there's lots of good security features. There's also the possibility of using adaptive mode, where the student can attempt the assessment more than once, but there's a penalty for doing it the second time. Also, you can generate random sets of quizzes and questions, because you want to build up your bank of questions. Overall, there's good feedback, because you can have assessment feedback, but also per question feedback as well. And also then good integration with other VLEs like Blackboard and WebCT. And a time limit into the set of each assessment. So, as part of the project then, I undertook some surveys with academic staff and management, particularly heads of department, to determine their views of e-assessment. External examiners weren't surveyed, but generally their comments were quite good. So the academic staff survey, the main feature, I asked, would they use it for continuous assessment if they had sufficient training? 81% said yes. For final assessment then, much less, just 36% said they would use it for final assessment or high stakes assessment. Let's see, viable alternative. Is it a viable alternative to written continuous and final assessment? 44% said yes, that is a viable alternative. Heads of department survey then, I asked the question, would they consider using it for continuous assessment to encourage their staff to use it for continuous assessment, and 83% said yes. For final assessment, just 50% would encourage their staff to use it for final assessment, albeit the management survey was very small numbers. One of the problems for I suppose from a head of department viewpoint is the scheduling in computer laboratories for large groups can cause problems. And I asked them then to rate the statement, would they agree with the concept of the assessment modules? 50% said yes. The learner survey, like 65 students surveyed, 89% were in favour of having e-assessment in all subjects and modules. And 95% said they would prefer traditional or e-assessment to traditional. What type of questions have we got? The standard multiple choice, true, false, short answer questions, embedded or closed type questions, which means you can build more complex questions, matching, descriptive questions, numerical and calculated. Also, I mentioned essay, order exercise, algebra for mathematics, drag and drop, image target, which is a type of drag and drop question, multi-numerical, which is working with equations, random short answer matching. Okay, some of the results then from a Christmas exam. This was the spread of marks for a Christmas exam, and that's a proctored or supervised exam. So reasonably normally distributed percentage, a little bump here at this end. So the results were in line with normal traditional exams. What questions did I use in it? Multiple choice, 19 of those, true, false, 2, short answer, 15 of those, close, compound question, 3, drag and drop, 3. So a good mix of questions of 45 questions. Results and evaluation then, the time spent. So most students were coming in, spent at least 45 minutes up to about an hour and a half in the exam. So pretty normal sort of time spent in the exam. What are the limitations? Not suitable for questions that have long mathematical derivations and proofs. At the moment, you can't draw diagrams. Scheduling of exams for large groups can be problematic with very large numbers. And of course, there are all the technical problems, internet access, browser problems. What are the conclusions? Is it a successful approach? Yes, I would say so. Is traditional written assessment better than e-assessment? Depends on the module being examined. Is e-assessment more suitable for continuous assessment and final assessment? It's suitable for both types, in fact, for my project findings. Okay.